things and one of the most humiliating things that ever happened to me in my life. When I arrived at the airport, I was dropped off, like I said in the film, like a pile of garbage, like radioactive waste. There was no one there to receive me. At the time, there was no going to jail, so I was lucky. I just came out of the airport, they asked me for a phone number, and they let me go. I didn't know where I was going, I didn't know what I would be doing, I didn't know where I would be going to sleep, or anything else. I was basically sent somewhere, and I was on my own. So I had to, like I said in the movie, nager pour sortir. Excuse me. I profited this moment to talk to you, ladies and gentlemen, and police officers, etc., just because I have to go to work. I wasn't going to come here because I thought that presenting my face and letting people see my face would be like trying to get myself in trouble, but I felt an obligation to come here in spite of the fact that people tell me, no, don't go there, they're going to know you're a deportee, you might lose your job, you know, you don't want them to know, this is all in the past, forget about it. I think that's a bunch of BS. I think that it's necessary for people who have been in a situation and they get out of a situation to talk about that situation. I got deported and it's been a very difficult thing for me. I've been in jail here in Haiti because of my deportation, because of the reputation that deportees have. In Haiti, you don't need any proof to be arrested. All they have to say is yo. Yo di, there are thousands of people in the penitentiary because of yo. Yo has gotten people arrested, yo has gotten people killed. Okay? Myself personally, I think that even if the United States of America and the other countries that are deporting people to Haiti do not change their policies, that is their choice. I was invited to the United States. I went to the United States legally. I had my green card. I got in trouble with the law. I got involved in juvenile delinquency. I got involved in drug usage. I got deported. I am not an angel. I am not an innocent victim. I was deported because I did things to get deported, okay? I have no excuses. But when you get deported, I don't think that you should have to be deported and then you have to go through a bunch of complications in your own country. You come to this country and they pick you up and take you to jail. A deportee has not committed any crime on the Haitian territory. I don't feel that a deportee should go to jail. But at the same time, I don't think that they should just let them go straight to the street because you don't know what the guy did. We don't want any mass murderers, serial rapists, child molesters just come here and dumped in the street. So there has to be a place or a phase where they figure out who's who and what's what are we going to do about it. I understand that. But I don't think the solution is a jail. There should be a place apart from jail to put the deportees. And there should be some type of institution or some type of organization responsible for receiving these deportees and to helping them to reassimilate to the society. Some of these people have been in jail for 5 or 10 years. So they are not being released, they are being unleashed. Okay? They are not being just, oh, you can go home. You are being, this guy has been in a cage for 10 years. 5, 10, 15 years, and they say, now you can go. And some of them don't realize that Haiti is not New York City or Miami Beach. Haiti, you don't have the right to remain silent. You don't have the right to anything. You have the right to get your ass kicked. You have the right, if you misbehave, to get your head blown off. And this is the case with many of the people who I was deported with. I came here with 15 guys. That was 20 years ago. I know of only 2 that are alive, and I'm one of them. Because they thought this was Brooklyn, or they thought this was Manhattan, and they thought if they get arrested, the police are going to say, oh, you have the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney, you don't have the right to nothing here. You have the right to be guilty until you prove that you're innocent. That's it. You have the right to make your way and to try to survive. It took me a long time to get my shit together, but I've got my shit together. Without any assistance from anyone, any organization, any government officials, or anyone else. If I had some assistance, maybe I would have gotten my shit together earlier. Maybe if those other guys would have had assistance, they would not be dead now. I know people who are dead because of a car battery. I know people who are dead because they were shoplifting. I know people that are dead because they were walking around late at night thinking this was the United States. No, you are out after a certain time here, you look suspicious, wait, what are you doing there? You know, this is not Disneyland. This is a jungle, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not here to talk about politics, I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about deportees. Deportees need to have some type of structure, some type of setup, some type of reception when they come to Haiti. They need to have somebody to help them because they need help. They have done things wrong, they have paid the consequences because before you're deported, you do your time in the United States. You go to jail, you pay your debt to that society. I don't see any reason why a deportee should have to pay any more debts to a Haitian society where he has committed no crime. The stigmatism that they give to deportees, I think, is over-exaggerated. I don't think that a deportee should be, you know, it's the mentality of the Haitian people. Like the little kid said, deportee means, oh, he was too bad for the United States. He's a killer, he's a drug dealer, he's a rapist, he's an actionnaire. Oh, we gotta keep an eye on him. No, there are people who are deported for possession of marijuana. There are people who are deported for beating their kids. An example is the gentleman in this film. This gentleman has 5 children, he has a son. His son was trying to sell drugs at the age of 13. He beat his son as a disciplinary measure. The police arrested him for domestic violence. He got deported. This was 10 years ago. His son is now in jail. Excuse me, yes, you understand? His son is now in jail. I think that's a tremendous consequence for disciplining your child to be deported when you have 5 other children to take care of. So I don't have much time because this was not something that was in the schedule. I just want to say that I think the deportees deserve some human consideration because they are human beings after all. And I think that talking about it is not going to solve anything. I think it's time to take action. Thank you.
Je vous demande d'applaudir encore le courage de Richard. Merci.